Hello and welcome into Ankh Plays. Once again, we're returning to Dwarf Fortress in our ongoing series which tells the story of the outpost of Anvilseal. Last episode, we got quite a few great things started and a couple of things done. But first, I want to just take a moment to remember the dwarf that we lost in the collapse where Mebzeth fell into the lava. She was building or working on building this platform here. And I think I mentioned last time that she had been memorialized right here with this alunite slab that currently has a dusting of snow as we are midwinter in the year 41. So this is our first year in the fortress still. But here's her memorial. And you have to make a memorial slab like this and place it out. Otherwise, there is a chance that the deceased will come back as a ghost and haunt the fort. We certainly don't want that. It's not good for the rest of the dwarves. Rib Mebzeth. So while we're letting the dwarves finish this platform here, and downstairs, kind of in our main hall, we are building out what is going to be like a two-story type of setup here, where we've got some stone workers' shops down here, and then we've got our stairway all the way down to the cistern. As of last episode, the cistern is full. And then you can see that it kind of connects over here down in the southeastern corner of the map to the brook that forms. And it looks like this part of the brook has frozen over. I'm not sure why the rest of this hasn't frozen over, but there's water there. And of course, once the water goes inside, it's not subjected to the freezing temperatures here in Dwarf Fortress that it would be on the outside. But you can see that this is brook. So this is all ice. Interestingly enough, if we wanted to, we could come and dig all of this out and get blocks of ice. The main reason for me coming down here, though, was to take a look at the farms and see how things are going here. So for the winter, it looks like this plot is being left fallow. Spring is going to also be left fallow, but we're doing cave wheat in summer and autumn. The good thing about cave wheat is you can make beer with it. And then we've got plum helmets that I think we're spawning. Yeah, we're planting and harvesting continuously, and plum helmets are also good for, you can eat them if you really want to, but you can also brew them. And then we've got some dimple cups down here, it looks like. And then sweet pods in the spring, which will be great for syrup or other different types of recipes that we can put together for our dwarves. And quarry bushes in the spring, so it'll be a lot of work. A lot of dwarves making the trek down here come springtime in just a month and a half. So we're going to actually move time forward. One of the things that I wanted to check on while the rest of the fortress, this part of the fortress is being dug out, is I wanted to check on Elath and see how she's doing specifically. Looks like she's working with the animals right now. Satisfied at work, annoyed while being caught in a snowstorm. Can't really blame you, Elath. She's coming back inside. Picking up some gems for us. Seems like she's doing all right. So it looks like we have, how many people do we have on mining duty right now? It looks like we've got 4. Kib, Erish, Ast, and Mistim. And we've got the 4 children. Some of them aren't doing too well. I guess they could be doing better. Let's take a look at Zul'ban and see how he's doing. He's currently playing make-believe. This is the youngest of Elath's children. And, he came to the fort kind of in the fall, so he's been here for just a few months with his family. Probably one of the more agreeable personalities out of all of Alath's children. Dwarves, as you've probably gathered already, if you didn't know, they do not like being caught in the snow. And then dwarven children, as soon as they complete one job, so we've given them jobs in this fortress, or chores as they're called. As soon as they complete a chore, they'll just sit there and play for a couple of minutes. And he started as a milker and a planter. That might be good. So off to work with you, Zelen. All right, let's continue this platform, and we will talk about... Get that one done first. We'll talk about our goals for this particular episode, this particular session. My hope is to have this... wait a minute. What are you doing in here? Not Rhyolite. Why can't I click on the camel? There he is. Bro. What are you doing in here? This is a giant one-humped camel. Obviously, they're not that scared of us. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is like we should be taking advantage of the local fauna. I'm not entirely sure. All right, be that as it may. Let's get... Let's get this platform up and running. We need to put some walls on it. So that's what we're going to do. And you may have heard me in the last episode. If you recall, we are going to be working on building out a power plant here. Now, what I'm not entirely sure on is if we actually even have wind. Something tells me we can't build this here. I don't know why. Let's check labors. Okay, we go. They're out there built. They're up there building. That's fine. We'll give them a minute. So we want to dig out our residence hall. We want to get this power plant, or at least the site for it, cleared. And it's probably best before we actually bank on doing anything with the power plant to ensure that there's actually wind. So that's what I think we should do at this point as well. We need to make a windmill. And I think I'm just going to place it... I want them kind of stuck together so that they can transfer power between one another. So we'll go here, here, and you know what? We might actually extend this one more. In fact, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's make a little bit more floor here, guys. Sorry. I did some miscalculations, and my memory of windmill sizes was 4x4. So I was like, I'll make two, a place for 4 windmills here. But if I go a little bit wider and longer, this is getting canceled. They're not going to work on it. If I go a little bit wider there, then I'll be able to fit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll be able to fit 3 rows in here. 2, 3, and then one more out on this side as well. So I don't think we'll need that much power, but hey, you'd rather have more. Aiden's doing that one. I'd rather have more power and not need it than not enough power and need it. And to that end, so the residential hall's dug out, at least partially. We need to make some more dig orders after we get most of this built here. But the reason that we're looking to make a power plant is because we need power for another machine of incredible dwarven engineering, and that is what is known as a mist generator. Now, I don't think any of our dwarves have actually had this happy thought, but dwarves love being sprayed by mist from a waterfall. Which may sound peculiar, because they don't like being caught in the rain. So you wouldn't be blamed if you thought that that wasn't actually the case. But it turns out they do. They love it. And so that's what we're going to try and make. I've done this a couple of times in a few forts previous to this, but I haven't done it in a while, so we're gonna find out if we can actually do it. We'll find out pretty quickly here. Actually, let's do this. And something that I didn't think about last time, which probably was to my detriment, is that this is going to take... It's going to take wood to do this. And we are just going to drop down to here. And we're going to make some stairs that drop right down next to the temple. And the idea behind this is, of course, that we will then be able to access this area discreetly without having to run out of the fortress or run out of the door, this tiny little hole in the wall. We'll have a way to get down there, or get up there. Okay. Those camels might end up becoming domesticated much earlier than I thought they would. Alright, let's make some stairs. Let's go up to here. Oh, jeez. I always mess this up. This is one of the most difficult parts of the game for me to understand, is... Yeah, it must span multiple elevations. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do. Blocked. Something was born. Oh dear. A stray water buffalo cow has been born? What? Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's been grown. It's grown. I always misinterpret the icon. Okay, so now we have another animal. Interesting. So we want to get, sorry, back to what I was saying. We want to get started on the mist generator, if we can, which means that we need to decide on a place for the central shaft. And in order to do that, I think we need to do some more digging. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do here. Especially since... Not sure how to do this now. So we've got this natural stairway. And so what I think I have to do now is... Oops. Is to channel this. I might have just totally messed this up. We're gonna figure this out live. Let's enclose that. Let's put a floor here. And I should not have stopped. I should have just done a floor here as well. And I think one other thing that I want to do, let's drop down here. our camel is just, this camel is just happy to be out of the rain. We're going to make another workshop because I know we're going to need one of these. And it is going to be the mechanics workshop. Blocked at this location. Why are you blocked? Oh, it's because of that. Sure. Okay, we'll drop it right here. Just make it out of raw rhyolite so we don't use our blocks, because who cares? And once that gets set up, then it's probably time to take a look at where we want the central shaft of this fortress to be. It seems like the main activity for this fortress is going to center around this area here, which is just right below the surface. Yeah. And if we go up a little bit more, we're coming up to, you know, this area here, this beautiful little peak that doesn't have a volcano on it. So it seems like the central shaft should be somewhere in this area. And so, to that end, I don't know if, how I want to do this. Let's see. That's going to be dropping down there. Runs across here. And we're just building our central shaft to the remainder of the fortress. There's a plan. The dwarves have been talking. There's a plan. Going back to Aesop and Irish, they've been talking. You probably didn't hear, but with all of the hubbub about Mebzith, because we know what happened to Mebzith, but they don't know, right? Nobody saw her fall into that lava. We just got the notification that the dwarves know she was missing for a week. It's kind of sad, really. Like, that sucks. We've got this other shaft that drops down to the cistern. I'll have to do something about that. But, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't want to do this. Let's delete that shaft. And let's just extend this one here. It's still kind of central. I don't know if anybody else is hearing that. It's quite an interesting sound. Some type of animal, I'm guessing. Okay. Put those floors in, dwarves. Let's try and put stairs down. Okay. I guess that works. Don't run out of rhyolite blocks, boys. And then I'm going to put a wall here as well, but I don't really want to do that until I know that we've got this connected to downstairs. And it canceled for some reason. Okay, so I can't build there. Must span multiple elevations, but I can't do it there. And it's blocked here. Let's resume. And it gets suspended. Okay. I don't know what I've done wrong here. But here we have our power plant facility. Let's just take a look. Let's build a windmill. I keep forgetting to do that. But we need to build a windmill so that we know if this was all worth it. Otherwise, this becomes like some type of observation tower. And unfortunately, they have to be built out of logs. So there you have it. All right. While that's being constructed, wow, that's crazy. How would I extend these stairs? Is there no way to do this? It would almost seem like there is. Hey, so we do have power. It is very little power. So this is something that I found out about recently, is that we've got power here, which, yay, we kind of need it, right? Oh, did I do this wrong? I sure did. We have power, but it's not much. It's only 20. Even though we're at the top of a mountain. So I guess we'll figure that out. I'm gonna take this stuff out here. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to undo your work. We went 3, 6, 9, yeah. Boy, I really screwed that up, didn't I? No access, of course not. You can't build a floor where you can't walk to it to get to the floor, of course. That's also blocked. I can't do that. And I've just basically made this so that I can't get to it at all. This is something that, like, it would be much, from a usability perspective, this would be much easier to deal with in a situation where I understood how I could get stairs. Like, I can't build stairs up through here because each level has an up stair and a down stair. And so you can see here there's up, down stairway. I don't know what it is that you want me to do. Okay, those are ready. Keep going, dwarves. There we go. Fully enclosed. Storm coming. 20 power is disappointing. I'm glad I expanded this to 3x3 because we will definitely need it. So I think I'm gonna abandon this stairway even though it actually leads to the fortress. So what we have to do now, we're just going to chalk this up to Ankh being a moron. Is we're going to floor this off. And then we'll use this area right here. Can I go? I want to go from there. It'd be really great if I could just go through here. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I hope this works. So I want constructed stairs here that are going to go down through this guy. And those stairs we're going to then hollow out, and we're going to build constructed stairs. So now that I can get down here, I'm going to channel. Well, don't do that yet. I feel like I'm going to cause a collapse if I do that. We're going to end up... There we go. Perfect. Okay. Do another channel, please. It'll all make sense in a moment. Or maybe it won't. But the idea here is that there's going to be a windmill sitting on top of this, but we need to get power transferred down there. So the shaft that dwarves are using to traverse this right now, this one here, is going to be the transfer shaft for the power eventually. The problem with that is, though, is that I can't get stairs down to the bottom. So I'm hollowing this shaft out here, right? You can see it's all the way down to the fortress. But now I can at least get to this area. Now we can build rhyolite stairs that go all the way to the top, except for we're not going to go all the way to the top. Instead, we're going to go right there. And then we're going to go here. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do now is go constructions, stairs, and off of this point right here, we're going to drop a shaft, or drop a stairwell. We're going to be able to jump onto the surface after this. The weather is cleared, and it is the 6th of granite in the 42nd year of the Planets of Sol. We've almost made it a year. Man, the time's gone so fast. So here's our rhyolite stairwell, right? Now, we can start channeling out the other one. I'm going to put a floor on that guy. Oh. Order of operations here, guys. Cancel that. And go construction, stairs. Go one level down. Rhyolite blocks. Perfect. And they should be able to bring those blocks up. And then we can put this guy here. And, yeah, we're getting there then. We are getting there. Okay, so stairs go down here. Then the stairs continue. We may as well make this nice and just do, like, floor. Because we have a ton of rhyolite. And now this is going to be our shaft. Perhaps don't stand on that, guys. Okay, so now we've got a shaft for our Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I managed to salvage this. It's not perfect, but it's better than what I thought it was going to be. Okay, so this is our central shaft, and so we need to make a room above this area at some point. In fact, we're going to draw out the floor plans for that right now. You guys are going to be busy making blocks. It's a never-ending process. Oh, no access. Yeah, my bad. Okay. And the mist generator is going to sit right above this stuff right here, which will be cool. Oops. And I think we're going to need some work from the mechanic shop. We need to build a very generic piece of equipment, which is called a mechanism. And you might be wondering, what is a mechanism? Well, it's pretty much whatever we want it to be. Rock mechanisms. Make 10 of those bad boys, and let's make it out of something that we have a ton of and we don't care about. Rhyolite seems fine. Go ahead and get started on that, please, dwarves. You can see that they're building this out. Now we need to put a floor in up here as well, boys and girls. And 9, well, maybe we don't do all of these. Because wood is a... So in order to build beds, we need wood, and in order to build windmills, we need wood. We'll make some temporary stairs there. And we're just going to continue building this out. Eventually, this is just going to be, how do you say it? This is just going to be like a catwalk that goes out here from this little kind of mechanic shaft. And the mist generator is going to help our dwarves stay happy because they'll get doused with the waterfall effect from the mists, which is great. Check in on our crops real quick. Where'd that dwarf go? He just walked off? Yep, okay. Things are looking good. We don't have any meat or fish. Where are you guys going? Oh, man. What are you up to? Store item in barrel. Oh. So we follow this little guy. He's carrying a dimple cup. Unib. He's annoyed at being caught in a storm. Why are you going this way then? You could go through the main part of the fortress. That's like one of the longest paths you could take. Yeah. Boop. Drops it in there. Off he goes. Oh, and he's hauling blocks. There's a lad. Another snowstorm. Oh, I feel bad for the dwarves sometimes, and then I'm like, you guys decided to move here. No one made you. Okay, so that's deceptive. It doesn't look like Yeah. What do you want, camel? Go away. All right. Oh. Well, that's quite... Oh, dear. What are you doing up there, dude? No. I didn't want you up there at all. Get down. He's terrified while in conflict. Well, yeah. I mean, you're walking around on a... I love this. I don't know how we're going to get him out of there. I wanted to deconstruct this stairwell. Oh, you know what? He can get down if he wants, I'm pretty sure. Because there's this little... Yeah, he can climb down there. Just don't fall in the volcano, okay, dude? That would be... most unfortunate. Dear me. This is disappointing, though. The windmills only having 20 power is a little disappointing, but that's life. Your elevation for wind doesn't matter. It's the location that you are on the map, on the world map, that matters. And there's some type of logic to it. I can't tell you what that logic is. I stopped reading after I found out that it's map dependent and not height dependent. Okay. So then we need this to go all the way out to here. Perfect. And, you know, I keep saying that I'm going to do this. I need to focus on... So we've got our power plant kind of going. And I'm going to pause the game real quick. We've got our power plant up and running-ish. I mean, we've got the enclosure for it. This little part is, like, this maintenance shaft is covered. We've got our shaft here for the first windmill that we're going to put down. In fact, I'm going to have them build that now. Why can't I build here? Do I have the hole in the wrong spot? Okay. I'll continue on. So we're working on the power plant. That's ultimately going to lead to a mist generator over these stairs. So that's what we're going to do next. And then there's another goal for us to try and do something with our pasture here to place this underground. And if you're laughing about that, it probably is a pipe dream. If I'm being honest, right? Like, we need to basically fence off this entire area and put a roof over it. Then it functions as a pasture area, and we could also potentially grow above ground crops. What I would like to do in the future is to make that covered in glass, so it's a little bit more realistic. But for now, we're going to take advantage of the fact that if it is a tile that is in daylight, it remains a tile that is in daylight, despite the fact that you have covered it with a roof. Okay. The fortress attracted no migrants this season, which means that we're not going to grow with migrants this season, which is regrettable, if I'm being honest. So it's on a stable foundation. I need to take a look at what this is here. Okay. All right. I see what I've done wrong. So what we need to do is we need to... Oh, this is going to be pricey. I hope we can do this. Let's see. So 9... Sorry, some quick napkin math. 9 of these guys is going to be 180 power. I don't even know if we're gonna have enough. We're gonna have to expand this. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, the absurdity of this is... Wow, okay. So what I'm doing, the math that I'm doing in my head here is that I need to run a mechanical power shaft that goes all the way over here. And then that's going to power some pumps. And those are gonna pump water around onto statues that sit down here. It sounds like a crazy plan, I know, but it works really, really well. Such that it's going to require a lot more than 180 power, which means that our pitiful windmill farm here is just not going to cut it. So we're going to have to expand this by a substantial margin. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, it just means that it's going to take a little bit longer. So I guess we get to it. Still rather disappointing, but you live and learn. Yeah, that's it. That's a very demanding, a very high amount of power. Oops. Don't want to put blocks there. Which is fine. And I think we need to start creating some more space. Ish. Let's just have more of the mountain hollowed out. I don't know what we're going to do with this, but it's going to give us a lot more space to do something. Which is what we want. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. Just can't get sloppy with the mining designations. Around the volcano itself. That's not going to be good if we do that. Like, see, this is a bad one right here because I've actually, this would actually flood the fort with magma if I did that. No, thank you. Absolutely massive amount of digging. They'll get it done though. These guys are getting pretty fast. Okay, so we've got our mechanisms. So, oh yeah, we still need to build some floor. I want them to be able to walk around the machine. So that's good. I think I need you go out one more. Yep. And these guys here are by design, these 4 holes. So nobody freak out. Shoral? Shoral? We've struck Shoral. And once we have this actually kind of set up here, then we're going to try and get our pasture going. I'm just crazy enough to do that. That seems like a great idea. Let's take those guys out. Why are we doing this? Well, because this is a perfect place for our stairs to lead up to the pasture. Yeah, all right. Let's build some stairs. Oh, you know what? We got to get rid of this. There is an upstair here. Hopefully that doesn't blow away. Yeah, okay. So it blew away the upstair, but it didn't take care of the downstair, which goes down onto this level, right? Bunch of wolves is what it sounds like. Man, that is really a eerie sound. Hang on. Do this wrong, and you got the whole problem again. Oh, dear. Nope, 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 nope. I was building walls, not stairs. Good job, Ankh. Just entomb those miners down there. Yeah, there's some really fiddly bits to this game. Okay, tell me that's gonna work. I think that's gonna work. So, we can actually start placing our joints here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take some of the mechanisms, the generic mechanisms that we made, and we're going to start dropping them along here. And what this is going to do is it is going to allow us to basically create the machine and know exactly how much power we're going to need for a mist generator. Now, as you can see, we're burning through our very valuable wood, unfortunately. Oh. Can I afford that right now? We're just going to do it. We're not going to think about it. We're just going to do it. And then I'm going to put a gear assembly that is hanging right here. Oh, okay, that's right. I've got to do the axle first. 1, 2, 3. So I want it to be here. No, I don't want it to go up to here. I don't want it to go here because that's where the gear assembly is going to be. So I want it to be here. What the heck? Did I do the wrong vertical axle? Yeah, I want a vertical axle, transfer power between 2 floors. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, next thing that we want to do is we want to build what is called a screw pump. And we're going to do a wall along here. And we want to build some screw pumps. So how do we build screw pumps again? You need a tube. You need a tube. You need a giant corkscrew and you need a screw trap component, a pipe section. Yeah, a screw trap and a pipe section. Okay. So let's do that. I need 4 screw. Corkscrew, that's right. Can I make rock corkscrews? No, of course not. I can make them out of metal. Or glass. Or steel. How about wood? Can I use wood? Boy, I hope you guys like the mist generator because you're... we're gonna be using all of our wood. Make 4 of those. And then make some pipes. If this doesn't destroy all of our wood, I don't know what will. Now, oh. Total power needed 36, so that's 2. We're gonna put another gear assembly up here. What is going on here? It didn't build all the... Oh, they didn't build all the way up. Okay. Am I out of wood? I think it's logs. No, we've got plenty of logs. Okay. Okay, so let's build another vertical axle. Do I have to build these one at a time? Oh. That's what's the matter. Okay, okay, alright. I know what the rule of the game is now. That's fine. Boy, those wolves. So here's our gear assembly time. So going back to mechanisms, it seems like this is just like decent to mention, but Mechanisms are awesome because you can use them for all kinds of different things, including screw pumps, including trapdoors, and so on and so forth. So once we get this gear assembly in, we can build a windmill over the top of it. And the idea here is I'm not going to build the windmills quite yet. And that might be peculiar, but I'd like to be able to get the screw pumps in and set up here. And the reason that I want to do that is because I can tell exactly how many windmills I'm going to need after that. Now, we got a lot of dwarves. A lot of players will focus on this thing up here, which tells you the happiness level relatively to your dwarves, which is great, but it doesn't always do a good job of... You don't always get... It's not always a good representation, like a true representation. If I zoom in on one of these dwarves, like, I'm betting that the 4 children, alas 4 children, they're in this category right here. Like, for example, if we just go take a look, yeah, well, Rakust is actually pretty happy. Maybe it's because he has a poor memory. But 2 of the farmers probably not doing as well here. Kib was our original farmer, I think, and Leb needs to be able to admire some art. Lack of decent meals. They're simple meals, guys. Get over yourselves. Being away from family, I can't really help with that. So lots of stuff here. Like, this is more helpful to figuring out if your dwarves, what you need to do to make your dwarves happy, right? At least that's the idea. Let's check on those work orders. We've made 1. Okay, so I can make 1 screw pump. Screw pumps. Let's just go up. Oops. Yeah, of course. That's the wrong way to do that, bro. Okay. I don't know. These seem to be like... We can afford to make these. Did I make the last one out of a lunite? I guess we'll find out. Just to give us a little bit of color, you know? Don't think I have the supplies. Yeah, not done yet. Those jobs need to be finished. Come on, guys. Oh, he's working on it right now. Sorry to rush you. Sorry to rush you, good sir. But now we can see we need 52 power, right? So even though the machine, which the reference to the machine here is basically all of this stuff that starts from here, drops down, goes through all the shafts and everything like that. Not connected just yet, but, you know, we're getting there. Oh, I needed all 10. But all of this stuff is going to eventually, like, factor into that. And then we will know if we need to, if we've made a sufficiently large enough power plant. Cool. And if we're, I still don't know how we are not out of wood. Like, these guys have done an incredible job of stretching the limited wood resources out. But you know what I am? Oh no, I'm not one mechanism short. I was going to say I don't need to go all the way around there because we're coming from the other side. Boom. But in order to have all of this mechanical power running the way it is, you have to basically connect it all up so that now the windmills can drive these pumps. Oh, I think maybe we are going to be able to do it. It just seemed like such a long... Okay, so the machine is completed. And we need 120 power. All right. Let's keep going on this. It's going to make this area look really interesting, but that's okay. And I guess now we can put our floor back in up here. So you get antsy. I'm like, oh, I'm going to need all this. And then, oh, no, I don't need it. And, oh, yes, I do need it. This is why you should have plans when you do construction. How's the digging going on here, guys? That's pretty good. We're making progress. I'll make it priority 4. Just go along here for me if you don't mind. I know that's more work, but... Eventually, we're going to lower all of this, and this whole area is going to be 2 stories. What are these? Heaven flowers. Oh, that's nice. I don't know why, but it's nice. Let's excavate this. Make this a little bit easier. Oh, geez. I'm going to cause a collapse again. Probably isn't as big of a deal in this scenario because there's not lava that they're going to fall into, but I am really bad with this multi-level stuff. Just like terrible. You're not going to be able to get to that, are you? Ah, a stray yak cow has been given birth to a yak calf. So this is exactly what I was hoping for. That's going to give us a source of meat. Last time we traded for... The caravan just happened to have a yak bull. So that's awesome. We can use them for their milk, and we can use them for the meat as well. Fantastic. Oh, hey, look at that. I triggered a collapse anyways. I don't know how. These dwarves should not trust me. Just none of you trust me anymore. Is anyone hurt with that? Kib. Let's go check. Oh boy. Okay, so Kib is now injured. Fantastic. Kib the miner. Seriously injured and unconscious. Okay. Oh dear. Kib, I'm so sorry. What are we gonna do here? We need to make a hospital for Kib. Hopefully Kib recovers. I don't think Kib will, but, you know. Oh, boy. Where is the hospital zone? I think it's a meeting area. New hospital. Temp. This is now Kib's place. Okay, did I say this should be removed? Yes. Make that a priority to remove that, please. Okay, so Kib has recovered to the hospital. Oh yeah, we need to put a doctor in there as well. Visitors, citizens only. And our manager is a diagnostician. You can be... No. Probably don't do that. He's a woodcrafter. Okay. That'll get us started. Sorry, Kib. Get Kib into a bed. So triggering a collapse. You got a seriously injured dwarf. Let's find out what that injury is. Seriously injured and unconscious. Gratitude for being rescued. Okay, so her friends came to her, shaken, annoyed from choking on dust, afraid from experiencing trauma, and confused. Yeah, I would be confused too. Yeah, I gave you confusing orders, and now, you know, we're dealing with this. Ability to stand, lost. Needs setting, smashed apart, extreme pain, right upper leg bone. I think we need a bone doctor for this. Alath, you're probably the smartest. Okay, so someone put the dwarf in the bed in the hospital. Let's make some coffers, please. And let's make them out of a lunite. Thank you. 121 power? Yeah, that was good. We'll start making those coffers. We can throw some stuff in there. I don't know that it's going to help in this particular case, but such that it is. Well, sorry, Kib. That's a serious injury. What are you doing? Playing make-believe. Oh, you're playing with one of your mom's toy hammers. That's so nice. He's turned 12. You know what? It seems like one of these kids. Is it Zolbin? No. Who is the eldest? We'll ask Alath. It's Unib. Yeah. Why are you all just ignoring this dwarf? Does she need anything right now? It's the part that I'm concerned about. Oh, I made 2 doctors. I need a bone doctor. Sure. Set bone. Okay, so there is a task for it. Set bone. It's been set. Has been sutured. Oh my gosh, Kib, I'm so sorry. We're gonna be dead by the time this fortress even gets partway done. All of us. Be eaten by wild animals. Alright, I'm gonna stop taking such a glum outlook. We'll be fine. Dwarf edifices aren't built in a day. They're not built in a year. And they certainly aren't built without a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears. Oh. I didn't realize this, but this collapse really did a number. So, okay, this is starting to become clear. So we were channeling down, and this part of the cliff collapsed and fell all the way through to this point here, unfortunately. So we've got some repair work to do, is what it looks like. Like we literally have to patch the floor here. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy and very bad. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Are you up on your feet? Kib is okay? Has been sutured. Okay, so, it's been sutured, but like, what is going on? Where are you going? I don't see any jobs related to her injury, so that might be it. That might be like, that might be how Kib lives from now on. I don't know. Might have to give Kib a different job. Well, just saying. If you've lost your ability to stand. Oh, hey, you know what? Let's put some more floor down. We'll just use rhyolite, I suppose. More rhyolite here. Oh, am I out? I am out. All right. Struck Galena. All right, well, we'll have to remember to check in on Kib. Because that's a very serious injury, unfortunately. Makes me sad. Why am I so bad at playing this game? My little imaginary dwarves suffer for the sake of construction. Plenty of drink. Our food stock seems to be dwindling a little bit. Like the drink has been hanging right in there, and the food just kind of like it's still above 150. So I'm not super worried about it. Dwarves drink way more than they eat. Oh! Look at this. Am I seeing that correctly? So Kib, oh, you're going back to digging. resentful after getting into an argument. Okay, so you can't stand. Okay, so you've got the splint, and you've got a crutch. Okay. Let's just check a couple of other things on this dwarf really quickly. With satisfied needs. Okay, yeah, so things are okay. It doesn't seem like she's extremely upset about her injury. But I suppose we'll find out. Moving on. All right, so, and I mean, like, she's not moving bad. She's doing pretty good. After falling like 4 stories or whatever it was. Good Lord. She's going to go back down and join her compatriots in the mines. Which I'm good with. Okay, so how are we doing? Let's get some more machines built. Let's build our... Oh, that's all that I can build. That's all the windmills I can build, yes. Gotta put one down. That's what uses a bunch of logs. And guys, it is summer. The dwarves have been busy. We basically have the mist generator ready. Like, once we energize this thing... We just need a couple of other things, which we'll do some I'll do some creative work as far as how we're going to get the last part of the mist generator probably in the next episode. Just looking at the time. Yeah, it's going to be next episode that we'll get the mist generator complete. This is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So we are basically 20 power. Oh no, we're more than 20 power short because, okay, yeah, active 40 power. Okay, because this machine here needs 121. So it's going to be 7 windmills that need to be constructed, unfortunately. So we need another 7 logs in order to do that. But the dwarves are going to have to do with the current beds that they have. Thank goodness we had a bed where we could set up a hospital here. And let's put some furniture in. Let's put some chests in here. I know this looks weird. It's going to be temporary. All this stuff moves eventually. And it looks like we've got plenty. Look at these. Quartz, rose quartz, pyrites, large cut gems. This is great. Look at all the pots too. This is amazing. Okay. Can you get... Okay, yeah, you can just wind through there. Yep. Okay, so we're 100 power. And happy birthday to Unib. Avalero. Unib Avalero. Welcome to adult life in the fortress. Now get to work. What do we want? Stop playing right now. That's the first thing we want. I think... Little Unib. Let's check his personality. He's got good memory, good language. You know what? I think you're just going to be a miner, and we're going to take Kib off of mining duties. And the reason I say that is because then Kib can focus on other things in the fortress. And Unib, you are going to take Kib's place. Even though Kib is an adept miner. We already have a legendary miner, Irish. Great job. Fantastic. We're going to take Kib off of fishing. Do I have anybody else that's good at fishing? Meh. Not really. We need somebody to do it. I've got 2 farmers, so we'll take the other Kib. Kib the farmer. Not Kib the miner. And Kib, you are going to... You don't have to retire, but I don't want you running down and getting fish, and I don't want you running around doing mining. That's just not a thing that the fortress needs from you anymore, my friend. And congratulations to... Was it Unib? Udib? Yeah, Unib. Sorry. Alath is... Alath's children are coming of age. Oh, we're going to mine those bad boys out. Rough zircon cluster. Quartz cluster. Native silver. That's not as important. Oh, hey, some more. And the kids are coming up and grabbing some gems. That's granite. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Won't make a wall there. Make a wall here. Do I have any rhyolites? Yeah, I do. Sweet. I know this looks very peculiar. It will make sense eventually. There's Kib. Hopefully we can cover for you. Tell you what, once I find some trees, I guess we could dig down and look for the cavern layer, but I feel like that just introduces another... It just introduces another element of risk. Not super into taking additional risks right now. But we are going to fence all of this off. I said we were going to do it, and we're gonna. As we get the blocks. Because that is one of our next goals, is to create a pasture and a garden area out of this particular plot of land here. Building the roof on this is going to be a challenge. But it will be the first major edifice that our dwarves... First major edifice that our dwarves can really say, look at, we did something and we accomplished something that's actually truly great. I think what we're going to do is we know that we know that the next caravan is going to be bringing wood or logs, which means we'll be able to finish this up. And because that is the case, I'm not going to finish this I'm not going to finish this until we get more logs, obviously. We're not going to go down to the cavern layers and try and chop down some trees there. We're just going to wait. We have much higher priority things to work on at this point. And so that's what we're going to do. I think that's the most prudent thing. Continue to wall this section off, I think. Yeah, we got more blocks. You could fall right into the volcano there. And this seems like the best line here to take it from here. Okay. And then, so the trick with this kind of stuff is that you gotta, once you've kind of walled this area off and started to put a roof onto it, because that's going to take a while, is you have to control the population, right? And oh, you know what? I've done a really bad thing. I get so distracted, and I've forgotten to add... Oh, hey, everybody's in there. Okay. The yak calf. It's another male. But we can resize this. We can say, hey, guys... take... Oh no. Did I just delete the whole zone? I sure did. Pen pasture. Let's start again. Once they're physically prevented from being from running away, we have a lot less jobs that trigger. And what I mean by that is that every time an animal leaves a pasture, what I think is happening is that a job to pen/pasture an animal gets created. And then that job subsequently, a dwarf has to stop doing something else that is probably more useful. And they have to go in and, you know, repasture the animal. So, yeah, that's not ideal. We're gonna try and avoid having that happen with this particular setup, because we'll be able to do. Yeah, we'll be able to just kind of keep an eye on the animals a lot more. Once the walls are done, of course, right? Once the walls are done, then the animals can't get out. But then once the roof is on, flying creatures or any other form of what have you won't be able to get back in at us. And hopefully we can build some farming workshops up here. It's gonna be a nice spot, right? That's the hope, anyways. We need more blocks being built. Oh, it's because I deleted the pasture and I didn't. They're back in the meeting area. My gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. Hang on. What the heck did I do? Oh, I got into the squad menu. Let's try this again. Let's add some cuddly animals here. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna have to put them all back in their pasture. Oh, led Lolortel, say that 5 times fast, has become a planter. Got 8 rhyolite blocks now. Those wolves are scary sounding. Okay, everybody's been repastured. I don't know how much this dense cotton grass, like how many animals I can actually feed and sustain here. So that's going to be like a adventure that we're going to have to figure out. What ends up happening usually is stuff gets overgrazed and then animals start starving, and then it's like, all right, well, we'll have a feast, I suppose. You know? Maybe we lock one of these camels in there. I don't know how we get to tame them. The fortress grows. Oh, hey. We attracted no migrants this season. Again. Well, it's just the 15 of us, guys. We gotta make something happen. 14 and a half if you count Kib, who can't really stand. And it's not really your fault, guys. That's my fault. I went back and looked at the videotape, or not the videotape, it's not videotape. I went back and looked at the footage from Mebzith's accident, and I think that was Fortress Designer's fault as well. So, you know, I'll take the blame. That's like 1.5 dwarves that I've killed in just a few hours of playtime. Hey, Unib's become a miner, which basically means that is his best skill. He's moderately happy, too. That's good. Look at all the stuff that he's got going on, though. Good boy. All right, let's go down here. Okay, so they're still not done carving this out, which is totally fine, by the way. I'm not going to stress about that because we still got to get this area converted. I think what happens is this becomes a... I don't know. I haven't thought through. Irish and Aesop need to get their act together and start making decisions on exactly how we're going to use some of the space, because time's a wasting. Time is a wasting. All right. Speaking of time, I think it's about time we wrap episode 3 up. Thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure to have you here if you're still with us. And we'll continue on in this adventure very soon to find out what happens in Anvilseal next time. Thanks for being here.